These headphones look beautiful and they sound beautiful. Let's check them out. Dave Taylor here, and I gotta admit, all audio gear seems to have gotten better over the last decade. So even budget earbuds and budget headphones actually have pretty good sound. But there's still a level at which you have audiophile gear, and it's pretty spendy, but it offers a whole nother experience for listening. And that's where these fit. These are the MEZE Audio 105 Silva open back headphones, and they are wired only, so no Bluetooth, no AI, no active noise canceling. The entire task of these headphones is to give you the best possible music reproduction, and they do a really good job with that. So, as you can see, they are self-adjusting with the headband. They're super comfortable. I mean, I could easily, and indeed I have, worn these for many hours, and they feature 50 millimeter dynamic drivers with a biocellulose composite dome and titanium coated torus. So MEZE Audio is putting a lot of energy into trying to figure out how to give you the very best possible music reproduction. Let me give you some specs. 5 to 30,000 hertz frequency response, 112 decibels sound pressure level, total harmonic distortion of less than 0.1% at 1 kilohertz. I mean, they sound fantastic. And let me show you what it comes with. So here's the headphones, and these are mid-century modern design, and the wood cups are actually made out of walnut, so it's a very prestigious look. And on the top, on the headband, it says 105 Silva, and there are plugs for each ear, and they are denoted left or right here on the band. And then it comes with, surprisingly, 2 different wire options, even though the box contents only list 1. So the primary one is this cable. And you can see this is pretty chunky. This is actually a heavy-duty cable. What's interesting about this is it's 6 feet or 1.8 meters, and it's OFC. So that is oxygen-free copper. So this is a higher quality of copper, and the intention is to have even less distortion added as you're listening. And as you would expect, each of these is labeled. So this is R, and this is R. So this plugs in, and then the other one will plug in to the left side. And so we're ready to rock and roll. At the other end of this, you'll notice this is pretty big. So it's Kevlar wrapped, and it's an anthracite aluminum housing. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds really cool. Obviously, they work really well. So you have your usual adapter here. So I can put this on, and I can put this into a 1/4-inch jack, or I can take it off, and now it's a 3.5 millimeter. One of the things they add that's really nice is a 3.5 millimeter to USB-C adapter, but this has a secret superpower that it also has an integrated DAC amp. So I plugged it in here. There we go. And then I plugged it into my iPhone. And in fact, their demos show people listening right off of their smartphones. And then I jumped into some music. So first I had Debussy as interpreted by Tomita. So this is this like great 80s early synthesizer. And what's really fun about this is that he really experiments with the position of music in addition to the sound. So it's not only beautifully engineered, but there's very specific spots that you hear instruments come in and out on. So really cool. It is a 42 ohm impedance, which is an unusual number, but lower is generally a good thing. And so I put these on, and I'm ready to listen, and I'll tell you, it sounds just so good. But there's also a slim 3.5 millimeter cable, and I think this is intended to be used more casually. So it's, you know, the 2 pieces that plug into the cups, and then there's the 3.5 millimeter on the other end to go into your iPod or your computer or your stereo or whatever. And of course, this adapter will fit on it too, so you can use this slimmer wire with your old school hi-fi. So that's pretty much what's included. It is not intended to be a complicated system. Oh, I guess it also, I should say, it includes this hard case, and this is a reasonably slim hard case for its task of keeping this protected. It doesn't fold down, it doesn't become like super small, and then you want like, I don't know, Jenga it, or you Transformers it to get it to be looking like this. This is just what it is, and so what we need to talk about is we need to talk about the sound. And so I've been listening to Tomita. I also went back and I have always been a big fan of Kate Bush, and I actually got turned on to Kate Bush at an audio store where I went in to audition some really high-end speakers, and this was decades ago, and they were playing some Kate Bush, and I'm like, I don't know who this is, but wow, I really like it. And I have been a fan ever since. And Kate Bush has just world-class musicians and engineers, and all of her albums just have this fantastic sound to them. And these did such a nice job of reproducing both that and the Tomita Electronica. And it's just a warm, lush sound with a big soundstage. Like I said, with Tomita, I could pick out, it's like if I had a 3D map, I'd be like, right here, this point is exactly where this instrument is. And it's a remarkable experience. And because it has such frequency response, that everything sounds rich and lush, and it's a very enveloping experience. So there are certain audio gear that I get where my immediate reaction upon auditioning them is to close my eyes and just listen to the music. And that's not great for productivity if you're using it for background music, but it's fantastic for actually enjoying your music. And these absolutely do that. And these are absolutely at that level. These are some of the nicest headphones. I am only disappointed that I have to send them back, because I would love to just keep these on my little headphone stand right by my gear so that I can listen anytime I want. They're really very good. And I should also mention they're also surprisingly light. They're 12.5 ounces or 354 grams. So that, combined with this adjustable headpiece, make it an extremely comfortable listening experience. Now, I would like to give you a couple of close-up photos so you can see there are no buttons, there are no dials, there are no LED displays. These are a pair of Audiophile headphones, and they absolutely are a solid option in that category. So if you've only ever listened to things like earbuds, this is a whole new world. I mean, literally, you'll sit there, your eyes will be enormous, and you'll be like, I think I'm going to take the rest of today off to go back and re-listen to all my favorite music the way that the engineers intended it to sound. So it's really fantastic. So that's what I got. I think these are really ones to check out if you have the budget and you really want a top-end music reproduction experience. I am going to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Click or tap on that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon for notifications of my new content. And give me a thumbs up if you found this of value. And if there's something you wish I would have talked about but I didn't, go ahead and please leave me a comment and I'll respond, and I'll fine-tune my next review. Right? Makes sense. So these are the MEZE Audio 105 Silva open back headphones, and they are $499 at mezeaudio.com. If you have the budget and you're looking for something at the top end that's going to give you beautiful reproduction of any music that you want to throw at it, these are a solid choice. So with that, I think I'm going to go back to Tomita. So hang on, let's just get that going. Oh yeah. And so there's a synthesizer right here. Anyway, I'll hope to catch you in my next video.